Hey, how y'all doing? Another episode of Tough Conversations Podcast. Podcast without the toughest conversation. A necessary critique on the culture. My name's Fang. And we back in this motherfucker. I had my sexy voice and I was just texting my baby mama. And hey babe, how you doing? Love you. Miss you. Like I said, shout out to my baby moms. I fucking love her. It's my world. She's half of my world, my little girl. Hey, podcast fans. If you're a fan of the pod, if you find this on all streaming platforms, YouTube, everything, everywhere you find podcasts, you're gonna find Tough Conversations Podcast. We everywhere, baby. We fucking global. But besides that, hey, look, we having a hard time naming the baby. Hard time naming the baby. If y'all got some suggestions, we would love to take them. We would love to take your suggestions. We would love to take your suggestions for the baby. So, if y'all got any suggestions, inbox me. Tough Conversations Pod, Twitter, Tough Conversations Pod, IG, Tough Conversations Pod, TikTok, Tough Conversations Pod, everywhere. Hit me on the DMs, hit me on the direct messages, whatever little platform you see this on. If y'all got baby names, it's for a little girl. If y'all got baby names, help us out. Because we thought it was going to be a boy. And we had no girl names in our head. The whole time it was boy. Fuck around and have a girl, like, damn. We don't even know what to name this. We don't even know what to name this motherfucker. So, inbox, Facebook, everything. Everywhere you find Tough Conversations Podcast, all streaming platforms, all socials, baby names. Our girl's due in February. We need baby names. Help us out. Public. Now that my personal shit's out of the way, let's get to the reason the reason that you're here, the podcast. Tough Conversation Podcast on all streaming platforms. Just search Tough, Tuff, Tough Conversations Podcast. Everywhere. Tough Conversations Podcast. I gotta get a new logo made. It's I think it's time for a new logo. I've been using the old logo, the one with me and Chris names in it, and if you've been living under a rock or whatever, I don't think Chris is gonna be a part of the podcast anymore. I don't know why, and it's not my job to know why. It's not up to me. It's up to him. We haven't spoken in almost a month. Matter of fact, it's been a month, maybe more than a month. We haven't spoken, and we work together. That's the crazy. We work, like our actual jobs, we work together. And I haven't spoken to him in a month. He comes to work every day. I still just haven't spoken to him. It's like, it'll be the briefest shit, like work, blah 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 blah. Assignment, da 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 da. I need you to do this, da da da. I need you to do that, da da da. Hey, I need, this why this da da da. This isn't done, da 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 da. Other than that, we haven't talked about anything. We haven't talked about the podcast. We haven't talked about our friendship. We haven't talked about shit in a month, maybe over a month. And for the life of me, I don't know why. And the type of person I am, I'm like, oh well, I guess he's on the same wave. I have no plans to reconcile off something I don't know there's a reason why we need to reconcile on something. Because I don't know what the issue is. But like I said, I need a new logo. So, graphic designers, I need a new logo. Tough Conversations Podcast. TUFF. Tough Conversations Podcast. I need a new logo. So, but best of luck, I guess. But like I said, we haven't spoken in a month, maybe more than that. As long as I've been doing the solo episodes, even before that, we haven't spoke about anything, like nothing. So I guess that's where the partnership ends. I want to thank him for helping get over to that 1,000 threshold, and to all the, what it was, 16 episodes we did prior to me doing it by myself now. I've been doing it for myself now for a month. Prior to that, it's been, and I had one episode in the middle of that, I think episode 15, the one I did by myself, Flying Solo, episode 15. I was only doing that by myself because it would have been 3 weeks before, if I had waited another week. So I had to put something out, and that was like, and if you remember episode 16, We Back Baby, I was like, yo, I hate doing podcasts solo. Like, I need somebody to bounce ideas off. I need a partner. I need a co-host. But episode 16 was great. Episode 17 was great. Got to hear both sides. And after that, it's been radio. It's been silent. So I don't know, man. Wherever he is, if he's listening, if he is listening or if he's not listening, I don't know what happened. And as stubborn as I am, I have no problem leaving it how it is. You all listening, maybe this is olive branch so we can talk. But if not, I don't. It's not in my wheelhouse to go apologize or go talk to somebody that hasn't been talking to me for no reason. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna like try to save something I didn't like fuck up. I didn't do anything. It just turned into, I don't fuck with that guy no more, or whatever happened on his side. I don't know. Like I said, I just thought he was going through some shit, but now I don't know. Like, it's not affecting the work at home. Well, not home, but it's not affecting at work, because I don't speak at work anyway. I don't fuck with my coworkers like that. So I never speak to them, but unless it's impertinent that I have to. Unless it's about work, unless we like working a project together or something like that. Other than that, I don't speak to those motherfuckers at the job. 3 people in there get words out of me. 4 at the most. And I work at Home Depot, it's a huge fucking warehouse. Like, fucking 20, 25, 30 people work at night. 30 people I talk to. Most of the time, I'm to myself. Most of the time, I'm to myself. I'm do my work, and I go home. But, you know, like I said, I ain't do nothing. And it is what it is. If that, like I said, if that's the way we're doing things, if that's where we're gonna leave it, that's where we're gonna leave it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna need a new logo. So, graphic designers, y'all send me graphic designers my way. I need a new logo, and I don't want to pay an exorbitant amount of money for a logo. Like the last logo, the 3D logo, I bought 3 logos. It was bad cheap, so I probably might go back to that guy and just have him take out our names and just have Tough Conversations Pod, or I might just go get a brand new logo. I might just end up getting a brand new logo. I don't want to have the old feel of the old podcast. If this is the last time, if I don't have that co-host anymore. Like I said, I still don't know. I'm still open to doing a podcast with the nigga, because we had such a great chemistry. But I'm not gonna kiss nobody ass who ain't been talking to me for a month for nothing I don't understand that I did. I ain't do nothing to the nigga. At least I don't think I did. Matter of fact, fuck that, I don't think I did. I haven't spoken to the nigga a whole month. So, like I said, it was the week before I went out of town for my baby shower. That was the last week we spoke about anything. If it wasn't about work at the job, and it was like, in the work at the job speak be 20 words at the most. Hey, I need you to do this, or da da da, or da 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 da, or your project, or da da, shit like that. Like, we're not having conversations. We're not brainstorming the podcast at the job anymore. We're not having those dope, interesting conversations we had that we could take to the podcast and shit. We haven't done that in, like I said, over a month. So, like I said, this is an olive branch. I'm just saying what it is. Like I said before, we had such great chemistry, and I wanted that to remain. But he don't want to do the podcast anymore. He don't want to be cool anymore. That's fine by me. Like, and it's an amazing revelation. I found out not only that I can do this by myself, my numbers don't dwindle off. The numbers on the podcast go up. Not up, but matter of fact, they have gone up. I'm not going to be ashamed to say that the numbers went up. And I don't think that's because I don't have a co-host anymore. I think it's because episode 18. Episode 18, I was speaking about building a brand of consistency. And since I said I want to build a brand of consistency, look what happened. My subscribers went up on YouTube. My listeners went up. My downloads went up. I'm starting to build out a consistent base of people who fuck with the podcast. I'm still getting calls from people. I'm still getting Big Sean liking my tweet. That was a happy accident, but that brought a lot of traction to the podcast. Me doing it every week has brought traction to the podcast because for the last month I've been consistent, and I'm going to continue to be consistent, co-host or not. That's the main contributing factor to my numbers going up, my subscriber count going up. It's not that I don't have a co-host anymore, even though the podcast is still good, co-host or not. I'm still here talking my shit. I'm still here getting my point across. I'm still here making connections with the fans. It's still funny. It's still informative. It's still dope. Podcast or not, co-host or not, I'm still here. And that's why I said building a brand of consistency is being here still. I'm still here. It's been a month since I started doing this podcast solo. My numbers went up. My subscribers went up. My downloads went up. My listens went up. So, like, it's not nobody's fault that the numbers were low. Well, not low before, but they were like, they haven't dropped off. I'm not seeing the Joe Budden effect when Rory and Maul left and his numbers fell off for a while. I'm not seeing that. Actually, I've increased. It's not because he's gone. It's not because I don't have a co-host anymore. It's because since I started doing it solo, I've been consistently doing it. I haven't missed any weeks. Since I've had no co-host, I haven't missed a week. I've been going a month straight, and I'm going to keep going because I want to build a brand of consistency. And that's what I'm doing. I've been building a brand of consistency for the last month. That's why my numbers are great still. And going up and steadily rising instead of falling, because what I lost in a co-host, potentially, I gained in consistency. And consistency gonna always triumph over inconsistency. Before we were inconsistent. Yeah, there were times before we'll go a month straight, but I'll go out of town or he'll have something to do or something. Like I said, it wasn't just he wasn't just the reason we were missing podcasts. It was me as well. Those times I was going out of town, I would leave on Friday and we usually record on Saturdays. There wasn't no reason we couldn't record in the middle of the week or record 2 hours or record 2 different podcasts that weekend. So I have one for next week. It doesn't have to be current events the entire I don't have to talk about the week's biggest thing every podcast. I don't have to talk about the week's biggest thing every podcast. It's just current shit. But like I can talk for hours. I can go for hours. I can go for hours. So, like I said before, man. Shout out to Chris, and I wish him well in whatever he does next. He's still doing TikTok and stuff like that. He's getting very consistent views on TikTok, which is cool. I'm not a hater. I'm happy for him. But like I said before, I don't think I have a co-host anymore. It's been a whole month. Like I said, we don't talk anymore. So, and I'm stubborn as fuck. I'm the type to leave it where it is. I think most men are. I'm not one of those niggas that's going, hey man, we need to talk about. Nah, you over there, stay over there. That's been my attitude on everything always. That's why I don't ask people for shit. That's why I do shit by myself all the time. That's why I only got 2 friends. Like I ain't gonna say I had 2 friends, but I got 2. Like it's 2 niggas that closest niggas in the world to me. Everybody else, we just cool as fuck. But those 2 niggas that are 3, I would say 3. Those 3 niggas that's super close to me and everybody else is just real mad cool. Like that's my nigga. But these are my brothers. So, like I said, enough with the personal shit. Enough with the pod update. Let's get into the rest of the pod. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I have to talk about Astroworld and the disaster that happened at Astroworld. And there were Astroworld was last weekend. Friday, Saturday. Last weekend, right? And due to overcrowding, well, if you didn't know, Astroworld is Travis Scott's festival. Like all these rappers have a lot of these huge rappers throw festivals now. J. Cole has Dreamville Fest. Tyler has Clamp Flognaw. Drake's been doing OVO Fest for years. I think Jay-Z does Made in America. I think that's his. Made in America, Jay-Z shit. But a lot of these guys have festivals like Rolling Loud, so Traveling Festival. These are usually just festivals in the rapper's city. So Astroworld is Travis Scott's festival in Houston. And due to overcrowding and rampant drug use, there was a stampede, and at the time 8 people were killed, including some kids. And I mean young kids, like between 10 and 29 are the ages of the people that died. Now, recently there was someone else that was on life support. There's a kid, Urza Blount, 9, on life support, that's fighting for his life right now. And 9 people, the 16-year-old, 10, 14-year-olds, like, this shit was crazy as hell. Like, and the thing with that is, a lot of people are getting at Travis Scott because it's his festival. Rightfully so, it's his festival, but there's a lot of shit that goes into that. It isn't just him. I'm gonna read from the article from the Vulture because before I speak about it, I want to give like full facts. So it was supposed to be Friday and Saturday. The tragedy happened Friday, and they canceled the Saturday show. And Travis Scott's been getting soft canceled. Not even soft canceled. It's been $500 million in lawsuits filed so far, and they say it can reach $1 billion or something like that. But let me just read the facts. Okay, 9 people were killed and hundreds injured at Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival in Houston, Texas, at NRG Park on Friday, November 5th. After concerts surged towards the stage around 9:30 during the rapper's headlining set, the dead ranged from 14 to 27. 25 people were hospitalized. The youngest patient is just 9 years old. 8 were confirmed dead on November 5th. A 9th victim died November 10th, according to her family's attorney, after previously being declared brain dead. Some people appear to have been trampled, authorities say. About 50,000 people were attending the show. At this point, it's unclear if any single event triggered the chaos or if it's a combination of factors at the sold-out venue. Public safety authorities' statements and witness accounts provide some people about what happened. The crowd, for whatever reason, began to rush and surge toward the stage, which caused people in front of to be compressed. They were unable to escape that situation. Damn. That's enough reading the article. Let me just give you my real feelings about this shit. Fuck. I don't think this is Travis Scott's fault. He did do it a terrible, a terrible apology, but it's hard to express remorse for something when there's so much, when there's legalities informed. There's so much to, like, it's a lot of shit. Like, you can't just it's hard doing that when so much bread is involved, and because there's a lot of money involved. This festival was 2 days, 50,000 people, surgeon, 50,000, $350 per ticket, vendors, merch. This festival made a lot of fucking money. A lot. And there were reports there are 750 police and security. I used to work security. So, and I worked at the stadium, Dolphin Stadium. I did a couple. I used to work at Dolphin Stadium doing security. So I wasn't prepared. Like, it's never enough security to the point where we can really contain people if everybody goes fucking nuts. There's nothing we can really do. And I don't think that was more than 50. I don't think that was 50,000 people at the Dolphin Stadium when we were there. I don't know how many it says. It's probably 20K. But if just 10 of those people, 10,000 of those people go bonkers, start fighting and surging, what the fuck can we really do? As a former security, I don't have my security license anymore, but as a person who used to work security, what the fuck you want us to do? 10,000 people rush the fucking, like, there's nothing we can fucking do. Only thing that's gonna happen is we get fucking trampled. There's nothing if 10,000 people, even if there's fucking an officer for every 100 person out there, if that turns into a mosh pit mob type energy, and they storm, think about it. All right, remember when they stormed the Capitol? There were Capitol Police there, and usually those Capitol Police are enough to deter people from doing shit. Oh, these motherfuckers, they got guns. Oh, I'm breaking the law. That I don't know the jail. Like, usually that's enough. But people are hyped up enough, and they're gonna go to that extreme enough. There's nothing you can do. There isn't enough officers in America to contain America if America says fuck the police. Really, honestly, there's not enough officers in America to contain America if America says fuck the police. It's not. You see how they stormed? Remember how they stormed the Capitol January 6th? What they trying to make you really forget about? Remember they stormed the Capitol? Usually the Capitol Police officers that's there is enough to deter people from doing shit. Because, hey, maybe you get 1 or 2 people, maybe you get 10 people, like ODing. When you got hundreds and thousands of people rushing a stage, people are gonna get trampled. The people in front that was already waiting at the stage, who's been waiting there for Travis Scott the entire time, and oh shit, Travis just got on stage. Let's run and go see Travis. Travis brought fucking Drake out. Let's go run. Let's go. Hey, look, what the fuck we doing over here? Let's get this shit. We out. Like, they rushed the stage. People got trampled. And I know it seemed like a haphazard apology that Travis had, but with so much money is involved and so much life is involved, there's nothing he can say to those people. There's nothing he could say to those people that said that who lost their child or their child is hurt. There's nothing you can tell those parents. There's nothing you can tell those family members. I don't give a fuck how sincere that apology was. It doesn't matter what he said. It's going to look like, fuck this nigga. He could have been broke down in tears, sobbing, crying. I can't believe it happened. He could have really, Viola Davis cried. Niggas would have been like, nigga, my child's dead. Fuck your tears, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? I don't fuck about your tears, nigga. Tears. Nigga, what about my tears? My child's gone. It ain't nothing Travis Scott could have did. It ain't nothing he could have did. I know his apology seemed like some bullshit, but it's nothing he could have did to make that seem okay. You couldn't be sincere enough. There was no amount of being sincere that says, I'm sorry your child got killed at my concert. And I know Travis gives off rock star energy. Travis is a fucking rock star. He is not even rock star. He is a rap rock star in every sense. His energy has always been rage, rebellion, tear the club up. You hear that? Did you hear the Astroworld album? Tear the club up. Tear the club. Sicko mode. Tear the club up. Fucking like these rodeo. Like Travis Scott highest in a room. That how the bass goes, and it's like EDM. Like Travis is like an EDM rapper rock star. So people go crazy when they see him. Travis is a huge brand. and he's a rock star. Of course, shit like I'm not like, and people got hurt at his concerts before because that's the energy he gives off. But you can't blame that man. You can't. You blame the people who surged. And you blame public safety officials for not having enough security there. But like I said before, there isn't enough security unless it's you have a person for every person there. There's no way there's enough security to secure that place. If 50,000 people there, if just 10 surge, it doesn't matter how many police officers and security guards there. There's nothing they can do. Nothing. Unless they start killing people. Unless the security guards and the police officers start blindly shooting into that crowd of people that's surging, there's nothing they can do. Nothing at all. You realize how many people 50,000 people is? You know what? How small of a number is 1,000? Let's say let's round it up to 1,000. Not how small a number of 1,000 police and security personnel is to 50,000 people. Think about just in class. You got one teacher for 30 students. What the fuck that one teacher gonna do if half of those kids start acting up? Nothing. Call the police. You call the authorities. You wait. They tire themselves out. Really, there's nothing you can do. There's not enough security personnel and police in this country that can stop this country from going this country unless you start killing those people. And they're like, oh shit, I didn't know he was killing niggas. A lot of people gonna turn around like, oh shit, he killing niggas. Oh shit, I'm out. But come on, dog. Press to everybody involved, to the victims. This is going to be an expensive lawsuit, and it's going to take 5 years to hash out. It's going to be expensive. It's going to take mad years to hash out. They're trying to find who to put the blame on. Everybody take blame. Everybody cut a big check to all these families and move on. Everybody assumes blame. They all come together, cut those families a check, cut those people a check, and move on. Just like I didn't blame Trump for inciting a riot for the 2000 January 6th shit. Just like I didn't really blame Trump. That's his energy, but you ain't, unless you said go do this, you ain't make those motherfuckers do nothing. They did that shit on their own cognition. Unless it's that, unless Travis said rage, unless he said fucking bum rush the stage, I'm here, trample the motherfuckers in front, there's nothing you can do. In that video circling around, he's like I said, people pass out of the shows all the time. This is a Travis Scott show. It's an EDM rap star show. There's rampant drug use there. There's going to be rampant drug use. There's going to be, and it's a festival. People are out there all day. People are going to be dehydrated, and they're going to be on drugs. People pass out at these concerts all the time. And you don't stop the show for one person passing out or two people passing out. Maybe those people didn't know they were dead. Nobody knew those people were dead. There's nobody to say, hey, those people are, this guy hey, stop the show. This guy has no pulse. This guy's dead. There's no pulse. What the fuck? Even when the ambulance is coming in through the crowd, they jump on the ambulance and start fucking up the ambulance. Start raging the ambulance and shit. That's his energy. That's his thing. I'm not blaming him. Unfortunate shit happens. And that's the unfortunate shit that happened. I can't blame this guy. Can't blame Travis Scott, and they crucifying the shit out of him. They done took him out of Fortnite. He had a scam on Fortnite. They took him out that shit. They all type of shit. It's craziness. But it's like, man, they trying to cancel Travis Scott, and there's nothing. They took him out the latest season of that Kardashian show. You know, he has a baby and a baby on the way with Kylie. So he got 2 kids with Kylie. So they done cut him out the latest season of the show. I don't know how much he was in it, but they done cut him out the shit. So they probably cut a lot of Kylie parts too. So I don't know, man. They people want him in jail. People want him arrested. I don't know, man. You can't blame Trav. Sorry. Shit happens, and this is shit that happens. Unfortunate it happens, but shit happens, and it's unfortunate that it happens. Is it fucking that I want to go to the Travis Scott show now? Do y'all find it fucked up that I want to go to the Travis Scott show? I think it's fucked up, but they giving it up like that. They giving it up like that to the Travis Scott concert? I gotta go see what that's about. Niggas is dying to be there. Niggas is dying to be at the Travis Scott show, so I gotta go. I gotta go. Got to go to the Travis Scott show. He done took off the rest of the Travis Scott's not performing again until maybe late next year. He's done performing for a while. And I don't know how much his money comes from performing. It can't be a lot because he got a lot of shit. But Travis Scott's not going to perform for at least 9 months. He's not going to perform again for the next 9 months. He's not going to put out another album for the next 9 months. He has to deal with all this legal shit and being looked at as a pariah for a hot minute. Maybe the new year it turns over and people forget, but they're not gonna forget about it. They're not gonna. The way it's being spun with the media, they're not gonna forget about this shit. I know people forgot about the insurrection, but they want people to forget about that shit. They want to push that in the back burner. They want bad shit to keep happening so they can push that. Yo, niggas tried to take over our country a couple months ago. They trying to push that in the back burner. That's one of them things like America, forget about that shit. Hey, look, it ain't really happening like that. That's what they doing. But this shit, how they getting on him, they're not gonna forget this. This Travis Scott's not gonna perform again for at least 6 months. At least 6 months. That was his last time performing for the next 6 months. He has to deal with all this legal shit. He might have to deal with people dropping him, McDonald's, people. I don't know how far this is gonna go. This canceled Travis Scott thing. I don't know how far it's gonna go. They already took him off Fortnite. They already took him off. They already kicked him off the Day and Night Festival that was in Vegas. Travis Scott's not performing again for the next 6 months. Travis Scott has to be quiet for the next 6 months. Deal with the legal shit in the background. Take care of your baby. Relax. Chill. Do nothing. Don't go out in public that much. Just stay home. Keep making some fire fucking music. And your next album has to be a banger. Has to be a classic. It has to be Astroworld. But I don't know if you can name it Astroworld too, because it'd be like first thing you're gonna hear Astroworld, I'm like, oh, that's the Death album. Death concert. Press to everybody involved, man. Tragic what happens. Tragic shit happens, but shit happens. You can't just go around blaming people. You just took off the culpability for all for the people that surge. Everybody's putting it on public officials and Travis Scott and and there was fake stories that a motherfucker was running through the crowd stabbing people with fentanyl and shit like that. We're taking off the culpability of the people who did this shit. The people did it. Travis Scott didn't do it. Sorry. I know it's easy to blame the artist. I know it's easy to blame the artist, but you can't always do that. Do I want to talk about Kyle Rittenhouse? Little bitch ass white boy. They trying to let that cracker's gonna get off. Kyle Rittenhouse, the kid, the 17-year-old kid had the baby face. He looked like a little baby. Who shot those protesters in Kenosha. They trying to get him off. I think he's gonna beat this thing. And his fake cry video, oh my god. He was trying so hard to cry and on the stand, like look. Like he did not produce one iota of a tear. He could not cry. He couldn't fake it. I don't understand why the prosecutors didn't say, hey, Kyle, look at me. You don't have to sit here and cry. You don't have to fake cry. You can't cry. You can't fake cry. I have fake remorse for what happened. I know you don't care. We know you don't care. People can see you don't give a fuck. You were trying to cry the entire time. You not produced one tear. All you did was look like a baby. Did the little 5-year-old tantrum shit. You could not produce one iota of a fucking tear. Your face was dry as shit. It was just red. You just made yourself red. You couldn't cry because you don't give a fuck. When you got out on bail, you wore a shirt that says free as fuck. You don't care. Stop faking that you give a fuck. You probably gonna get off. But I know you don't care. Stop faking that you give a fuck. We know you don't give a fuck. The people who lies you took don't give a fuck. Stop. Why are we making it about if you care or not? It's not about if you care. I don't care if you care. You could have been up there with the most remorse shit ever. Really gave a fuck. But it wasn't an accident. It wasn't an accident. You did it on purpose. You were defending yourself. They were jumping you. You weren't there to do EMT work, but you had a rifle. Fuck you need a rifle to do EMT work for? You were there to save the businesses and have it and be an EMT. Fuck you need a rifle for? Since when do EMTs carry rifles? Since when do EMTs carry rifles? I don't know. I don't know any EMTs that carry rifles. Do y'all? Can y'all help me out? Can y'all tell me if EMTs wear rifles? Cause I don't think so. I don't remember no EMTs wearing no rifles. So what the fuck you need a rifle for if you an EMT? Fake crying ass nigga. You don't give a fuck. Stop acting like you care, bro. I know you don't give a fuck. Those people know you don't give a fuck. The world knows you don't care. Stop faking like you do, bro. You don't. Bitch. But he's probably gonna get off. And that's why I'm leaving y'all. Oh, wait, one more thing. Those white people, those people who killed Ahmaud Arbery, they're probably gonna get off too. As tragic as that story was, the guy who was in Atlanta and Georgia who was jogging, and they said, and these white dudes was making a citizen's arrest, and they shot him, and he didn't do shit. They gonna probably get off too. It's America, baby. Win some, lose some. And this is exactly why I'm gonna always say. That's what. And when those type of people get off, when they do fuck shit and they get off because the system's so flawed and made for them and shit like that. That's why I'm gonna always praise OJ. I'm gonna take our victory. I'm not gonna be like these other people who turn our back on our victory. We won there. That's the one time a nigga got off because he's black. I'm gonna take that shit in stride. I'm never gonna feel bad that OJ got off. I don't care if he did. Fuck the court of public opinion. The court of law says didn't do it. Find out who did it. That's what y'all do. Because OJ didn't. Pussy. And I'm gone. Tough Conversations Podcast and all streaming platforms, YouTube and all that. Peace.